But Nick, a player who is back this season and looking like almost a new signing, is one of your favorite players on the women's side, and that is Francesca Kirby. We love Super Fran. It's been a long break for some players. It's been an even longer break for her. You talked about it specifically in the last one that, she had her break for her health and medical reasons. This was her first competitive match in the WSL since November of the previous year, but she looked absolutely match ready. She looks hungry. She looks competitive. She looks aggressive. And it's a little bit of a different role for her. She used to be the out and out striker. Now she's playing off to the right a little bit, but she looks humble and hungry.
Yeah, I mean, in our men's preview, I make a ridiculous assertion about number of assists for one Kai Havertz. I think based on yesterday's performance, Fran Kirby may go ahead and just break that prediction, because she put in some absolutely incredible service to Sam Kerr, and I think it's a trend that you kind of see continuing. I mean, she, kind of in the glory days when she was winning Player of the Season, she would go on these incredible counterattacks and kind of be one-on-one and have some really open field ahead of her. She was, I think, played much closer yesterday, but still was able to kind of wriggle free and put in some insane service. We were texting in our group during the match, Katie, that she just looks super, super sharp, and not every player necessarily was feeling like that. So she really stood out to us.
Yeah, I was saying in my report that this is not the fittest I can remember Kirby being, and with the caveat that when towards the end of her campaign last season, that was obviously cut short because she last played in November. She was obviously ill and had this undiagnosed condition, so she definitely, obviously, would look very leggy. But even before that, I can't remember her looking this fit and sharp and just focused with the bit between her teeth. And I think everything you said is absolutely right, that it's not just the assists that you were pointing out, but the shoulder drops and the runs and the bits of skill and magic that you're seeing is very much the player that she was for them when she won the Player of the Year award in, I can't remember what year that would be now, but it's sort of like you're seeing them Kirby of old, but with a little bit extra on top as well. And I think one thing that was really intriguing for me was her link up first half with Mara Mielder, the right back, because I've kind of felt for a while that Mielder is criminally underrated because she's sort of not discussed in the same bracket as Lucy Bronze, because she's obviously not as good as someone who is the best right back in the world, but she's certainly kind of owned that position for Chelsea and made some really, really valuable contributions. So I think it's a shame that she's sort of overlooked in the discussions about the best right backs in the Super League.
Yeah, I think it's so refreshing to see Kirby kind of reclaiming this spot and building her way back into the side. I think anytime that player is out for an extended period, you wonder what the reacclimatization is going to look like and how they put their stamp back into their game. And, I think it's reminiscent of players we've seen kind of in the, in the men's team. And I think, who've kind of had to come back from long-term injuries. I think we're starting to see N'Golo Kante looking like he's kind of coming back to health after being out for an extended period of time. And so this is as important as any new signing that Chelsea were going to make, getting a healthy Fran Kirby back who, has the not just the ability to influence the squad, but is a little bit the torchbearer for Emma Hayes is really exciting. It's I don't know. I'm giddy about it. It's definitely we should all be excited that Fran is back and healthy, Brandon.
Yeah, look, she was one of the first big players at Chelsea women to break through, make it on the big stage. Was in England campaigns, Nike campaigns. I mean, she broke through. So I think a lot of us have a deeper connection with her just because we've known her for longer. And so for us, it's like us, to your point, seeing Ruben Loftus-Cheek coming back. You're rooting for him just like you're rooting for her. She's Chelsea. She's been there. We want to see her succeed. So